If you're on a tight budget but you're dreaming of stunning Christmas decor, this video is for you. We're gonna take some thrift store finds and turn them into gorgeous Christmas decor. Did you see those thrift store paintings over the Halloween season where people were painting ghosts? In those landscape paintings they found at the thrift store, I wanted to do a Christmas version of this. So I found this painting for only $5.99. I'm using my 20% off coupon, so all of these finds are gonna be less than $5. I'm taking some acrylic paint that I had on hand. I'm using a lot of white, some red, pink, and green. And first of all, I'm gonna take just a simple craft brush from Michael's, and I'm gonna add some snow to the grass and to the trees. We all know that trees don't have leaves in winter, so I'm kind of taking a few artistic liberties with this, just having a good time with it and adding some snowy touches. I'm also adding some white paint strokes to the top of the fence, the top of the barn, and the top of the windmill piece. Now I'm taking some reds, greens, and pinks and adding some Christmas ornaments to the tree in this picture. If your art doesn't have a pine tree, you could paint one in there. You could paint a snowman in there. Just be creative with this and have some fun. I'm also painting a green wreath on the barn and then taking some red, adding a bow and some ornaments. Also wanted to add the effect of Christmas lights on the edges of the barn. So I'm using some green and some red and just adding dots along the roof line. To make it look like it's snowing in the piece, I'm just taking my brush, putting it in the white acrylic paint, and flicking it all over the art to make it look like there's falling snow. Now this thrifted piece of art looks like a really cute Christmas landscape. I'm gonna put it on my side table as a cute Christmas touch. I love anything marble, so when I found this marble rolling pin at Value Village, I wanted to grab it because I thought there could be something that I could do with it. It's only $5.99. Again, I'm using my coupon. It didn't have the handles on it. So what I'm doing is taking off the tape, taking off the sticker, giving it a good clean with a marble-friendly cleaner. I think eventually I want to turn this into a DIY lamp, but for the holiday season, I thought this could make a cute cylinder vase. I also found this greenery at Value Village for only a couple dollars. I thought it was in pretty good condition, so just cleaning that as well and pushing that inside of the hole on the top of the marble rolling pin. And I'm adding some additional greenery stems that I already had on hand, just in a different color and texture. They're glittery cedar picks. And then I'm taking my hot glue gun and gluing some pine cones in an off-center arrangement close to the mouth of the vase. Now I have an elegant, tall arrangement that I'm also gonna put on my side table here in my living room. And I think this is such a fun way to reuse a broken rolling pin. If you're looking for a beautiful Hostess gift idea for the holiday season, here is one that I love. I found this cutting board, and the key to this one is make sure you find a solid wood cutting board. There's usually quite a few at most of the thrift stores that I go to. Even if it has words or scratches on it, just ensure the scratches aren't too deep. You can take a sanding sponge or a battery operated sander like I'm using here and just start sanding away at that cutting board. With this one, there was a few scratches in the back, plus there were some words on the front that were faded that I wanted to get rid of, so I did have to sand for quite some time to get those off of the cutting board. Once you've sanded your cutting board so it looks just as good as new, you can make sure you clean it with microfiber cloth, and then you can use some butcher block oil and oil the whole thing to make it look perfectly good as new. And to create a beautiful but practical Hostess gift, I'm taking this snowflake tea towel just from Dollar Tree, plus one of my favorite Dollar Tree ornaments, which is this Christmas bell, and tying them onto the cutting board with some beautiful gold ribbon. You can add a tag here if you want, or just leave it plain and as is. And this is such a budget-friendly, lovely Hostess gift. You could probably also find a little cutting board at Dollar Tree or Dollarama as well if you would prefer to use that. I love candles over the holiday season and right through January just to add that cozy, serene vibe to my space. I've seen a lot of floating candle centerpieces for Christmas, and you can easily make these from thrift store Value Village finds. The easiest thing to look for would be a fishbowl shaped vase like this. There's usually tons of these at the thrift store. People use them for wedding centerpieces and donate them. They're usually quite a good deal. Or look for something a little more unique. When I stumbled on this beautiful crystal looking bowl with brass arms, I thought it would be such a gorgeous centerpiece base. I'm taking this bowl and giving it a good clean with some alcohol wipe, and then I just trimmed my cedar tree in the front of my house, added some cedar to the bottom of this bowl. You could also use faux greenery stems for this as well. Now, I was thinking about using fresh cranberries in this candle centerpiece. However, I think I'm gonna leave it as is. You could add fresh cranberries here at this step as well. Then I'm adding some distilled water, and then I'm adding 3 floating candles. I found these at Michael's, but you might be able to find some similar ones at the thrift store or the dollar store. Now I'm placing this on a table by my Christmas tree and lighting those candles, and look at how the light from the candle wicks glows through this bowl and creates this beautiful pattern on my table. This also looks lovely on my sideboard, and this could also make a stunning Christmas table centerpiece. There is no shortage of books at the thrift store. If you can find some books for a couple dollars each, you can use them for amazing crafts. And here's one of my favorites. Take a book, and the yellower the pages, the better for this. You want that vintage sort of feel for this craft. Rip out 8 pages from the book, and then you're gonna fold one of the corners up to create a triangle. Cut that. Open it back up again, you have a square. Place it on the table so that it looks like a diamond, and then fold the top left down from the top like this to meet that center crease, and the top right to meet the center crease as well. Now you're gonna do the same thing starting from the bottom left to meet the center crease, bottom right to meet the center crease. Now you have this diamond shape. Now you're gonna take the top left and you're gonna fold it over using the crease as your guide, just like I'm doing here. And you're gonna open that back up again. Now take the top right, fold it over the other way, using the fold below as the guide like I'm doing here, and open it up. Now flip your diamond upside down, and you're going to crease those 2 intersecting creases the opposite way. And then you're gonna take that piece and fold it into itself just like this. So one point folds into the other one. And now you have one section of what's gonna be a beautiful vintage inspired star ornament. You wanna create 7 more of these sections to create 8 points for your star. Once you're done all your sections, you're gonna tuck one section into another one. This small point end is gonna tuck right into a large point end of another section. You can kind of unfold the large point end like I'm doing here and tuck it a small one in, and then refold that other one in place. Just a small point as far as you can into that larger section, and continue in this way until you have all of your sections connected together. This can take a little bit of practice if you're just beginning with this type of origami work, but you can kind of adjust things as you go. Once you've finished placing your final section, you can take the first section and tuck it into that last one that you've just done to create your beautiful 8-pointed star. I first made these about 8 years ago, and I still have all of the stars that I made from the first thrifted book that I used. I love these for placing in my Christmas tree. You can add some twine and tie it on the Christmas tree. However, I find they can stick in the Christmas tree just fine on their own. They also make stunning gift toppers, or you could even create a garland with them for a beautiful Christmas display. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed these Christmas thrift flip ideas. Let me know down in those comments below which of these was your favorite. I have tons more thrift store, budget-friendly Christmas DIYs. I'm gonna leave some more for you to watch next, right up here.